What's up, everybody? Jerry Scarlato here with another episode of Thriveology 101. And today I want to talk to you about 3 ways that you should be recovering in between your workouts. Recovery is one thing that's not talked about quite often enough. We all want to get in and work out hard, push ourselves, increase intensity, all that great stuff. And all that is well and good, only if you're resting and recovering correctly in between your workouts. You have to remember, the body likes stress, but it only likes stress in small amounts. That's the only way that you can get better. Stress yourself, body has to recover and adapt. When you come back from that recovery, you should be stronger than you were beforehand. However, again, if you're not recovering correctly, you're not going to adapt to that stimulus the way that you should. So without further ado, let's talk about these 3 things. They are very simple. You've probably heard of all of them, but it is important to always go over again and again. As my dad likes to say, gentle pressure, relentlessly applied. So let's start with number 1. The first thing that you should do regularly to recover is self-myofascial release, also known as trigger therapy, also known as self-massage. So trigger therapy or self-massage is done with a foam roller or a lacrosse ball or a golf ball or a massage stick. Okay, if you've seen any of these things, you know how painful they can be, and at the same time, you know how great that pain can feel whenever you're using them. But the foam roller is great for the legs, it's good for your hips, it's good for your glutes, it's good for your quads, it's good for the insides of your legs. It's a little harder for the shoulders and the pecs. That's why you get the lacrosse ball. A lacrosse ball, is about the size of a baseball, but it doesn't have the knots on it. So the lacrosse ball is smoother. It's a little easier on the skin. That can dig a little deeper and get into those trigger points. So it can get into the chest muscles, it can get into the trap muscles and into the lat muscles in your back and then the rhomboids in your back. And then finally, a golf ball, little tiny golf ball, is great for your feet, for your plantar fascia. If you've ever had plantar fasciitis, you know it's not fun. So that is a great way to stretch the feet out, stretch the muscles of the feet out, and get them loosened up, okay? So check out the foam roller, check out the lacrosse ball, and check out our golf ball. You can grab a video on how to use those on our YouTube channel, most definitely. Also, a great reference for that is Kelly Starrett's Supple Leopard book. So I'll put a link to that in the notes. That's number 1, trigger point therapy. Number 2, the second thing that you need to do is a whole protein source or essential amino acids. So we've all heard and we all know that it's important to have protein after your workout. But if it were a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have told you that you need to make sure to get that protein shake in immediately when you're finished with your exercise. Now, that's not the case. It's not necessarily that you get it in as soon as you're finished working out, but within 2 hours seems to be the best time to do it. And really, it's about how much protein you're getting in throughout your whole day. But it is important that it is a whole protein source because you want to get all of the non-essential and essential amino acids available to you, especially those essentials, which is why the second option is essential amino acid supplement. So the difference between non-essential and essential amino acids is non-essential amino acids your body produces. So it's not as important for you to make sure that you're taking them in. Of course, they're important for recovery as well, but it's not quite as important because your body can produce them. Essential amino acids, on the other hand, your body can't produce. You have to take them in from foods, from external sources, or else you're just not gonna have them. And those are really the ones that your muscles will use, that your nervous system will use to recuperate and build and get stronger. And research is really showing that essential amino acids, especially taken by themselves, can be absorbed by the body much, much faster than even whole foods can. So that doesn't mean you have to go crazy with it and buy supplements. Whole food is definitely a better option than a protein shake because you're gonna get all kinds of other nutrients. If you like protein shakes, cool, have yourself a protein shake, but understand it's not a magic bullet, it's just a protein shake. That's all that it is. It's just like having a hamburger or a steak or a piece of chicken. So the protein shake in and of itself is not the special thing. If you do want to go deep, get yourself some essential amino acids. 2 companies that I've found so far that make quality ones, and really the only ones I've been able to find, are Kion I'll make a link to that in the show notes. And also, Thorne Labs makes an essential amino acid supplement as well. Okay, so far we've talked about trigger point therapy, and we've talked about whole protein sources or essential amino acids. Last but certainly not least on our list, and probably should be number one on the list, is of course sleep. Now, we mentioned sleep a lot, and that's because sleep is important for a whole host of things. Not the least of which is recovery from your workout. So when you sleep, what happens? Your body fixes itself, your body repairs itself, your body gets rid of some old cells and replenishes itself with new cells. So it is important for you to get quality sleep, enough sleep, of course, but quality sleep like we've talked about, to recuperate properly from your workouts. So how do we get quality sleep? Well, we don't look at blue lights before 2 hours before bed, like we've talked about. Stay away from those screens. That's tablets, that's phones, that's TVs. If you need to put Flux or Iris or something on your phone or on your laptop if you're gonna look at it within 2 hours before you go to bed. Or blue blocking glasses, of course, are always an option. Remember to focus on sleep quality over sleep quantity. Of course, it is important to shoot for about 8 hours of sleep. However, if those 8 hours are junky, then it doesn't mean anything. And improving sleep quality, the best way to do that, again, block those blue lights as much as you can. Another great way to finish off your sleep right before you go to bed, grab the foam roller and roll yourself out. That is a great way to relax the muscles before you get in bed and just relax yourself in general. So trigger point therapy, number one, grab yourself a foam roller or lacrosse ball or a golf ball. Number two, whole protein sources, essential amino acids if you want to go nuts, and then improve your sleep quality and quantity. That's it for today. Thank you so much, my friends, for checking out this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, do all of those wonderful things. And until next time, my friends, here's to your success in fitness mastery.